as to who Terrence Crawford is fighting December 10th?
No, because it hasn't been finalized, but hopefully by the end of the day,
PBC fighter?
the opponent, what?
PBC fighter?
A PBC fighter, yeah.
Ooh. Is Canelo even a possibility?
Canelo for who?
For Pacquiao.
I don't, I've heard that banded about. Manny Pacquiao, he sparred yesterday with Ray Beltran. Ray Beltran is a lightweight, 135. Ray Beltran is bigger than Pacquiao. Pacquiao is really not even a 147 pounder. Pacquiao could probably make 135 pounds. The guy, coming over here, they said, what fight would I want to see Manny in? And I would pay any amount of money to see Manny Pacquiao fight Lomachenko. That would be, for me, a great fight. They could fight at anywhere from 135 to 140 pounds.
Can Manny make 135?
That would be a great fight.
Can Manny make 135?
Manny can make 135 easy. I mean, I haven't asked Manny about fighting Lomachenko, but you ask a fight that I would want to see, I would like to see that fight. Him against Crawford, also a good fight. Really good fight. But, for me, I love guys who like almost like ballet dances in the ring. And Lomachenko is that, and so is Manny.
Bob, would you consider still looking at options with PBC, with Broner again? Those guys, a lot of interest was in that fight with Manny.
No. Broner's out of his friggin' mind. We offered the fight to Broner. I was dealing with Al Heyman. Al wanted to make the fight. We offered him a really good purse. We were maybe 100,000 apart, and Broner then asked for 50% more than the purse we were talking about, which made it outlandish. Broner is something mentally wrong with him.
Did you hear what Floyd said? He said a lot of these young fighters, they're getting paid too much. He thinks that they need to scale back, put in the work.
Well, that shows that Floyd is becoming a promoter, because absolutely, promoters always say that fighters want too much. And maybe that's the case, but there's always the tug of war between what the promoter can pay and what the fighter wants.
Manny is not selling as much as pay-per-view as before. Are you worried about that?
Is what?
Pay-per-views.
What about it?
He is not selling as much.
Well, he didn't sell as much at the Bradley fight, and I think the reason he didn't sell is because people had seen this was the third fight. Also, there's a big difference. Bradley was not a Hispanic, obviously. And Jesse Vargas brings the Hispanic element into this. He's a very articulate kid, educated, lived in Las Vegas, but he speaks perfect Spanish, and he's been on all the Spanish television and radio, and the Spanish people are paying attention. And how do I know that? Is because on the closed circuit, the bars and the restaurants, they're doing, Joe Galati's company is doing record business on those bars, because they're mainly Hispanic bars. And there aren't that many Filipino bars, because the Filipinos go to the Mexican bars a lot. And so that indicates to me that at least with the Hispanic community, this fight's catching on. And also, I mean, when have you seen a card with 4 world title fights with fighters from all over the world? China, Thailand, Japan, Mexico, the United States. I mean, it's really a tremendous night of boxing. 4 world title fights on the same card. And so I think that this event is much more appealing than the Bradley fight was, back here, Bradley. Now, also, we're distributing this fight ourselves. People can buy it same way on the satellites, DirecTV, Dish, the cable network, but we're doing it ourselves. So we're not spending the money on what we call shoulder programming, the stuff that goes on HBO before the fight, which the promoter pays for. Instead, we've taken that money and we put it on our own shoulder programming called All In, which is on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, because the world is changing. The young people are getting their information from social media rather than from traditional television outlets.
How about the tickets at the gate?
We're going to be sold out. We're getting very close to where we'll be sold out.
But Timothy Bradley is in a precarious position. He's pretty much gone through your gamut, and he wants to fight for another belt. Who can you foresee Timothy Bradley fighting? Because if he wants to fight for a belt, he has to wait till spring.
Forget fighting for a belt. That's bullshit. He wants to fight for Tim Bradley, who will be one of the commentators on the telecast, is a tremendous fighter, and he wants big fights. And that doesn't necessarily have to be for a belt. Now, what's a big fight for Tim Bradley next year? I think a really big fight for him would be him against Cotto. So that's just one fight that I think would be attractive.
Have you dealt with Rock Nation before, Bob? Or how Rock Nation?
Well, they're calling us. The truth be told, they're calling us up about matching Cotto and Bradley. So I mean, there's no. You deal with anybody. I mean, you gotta be stupid. Money is the money, fight is the fight, and you have to be an idiot not to do business with somebody.
Speaking of money, you and Don King are on opposite ends of the totem pole again. He's a traitor to his people. I told him, you motherfucker, how could you back a bigot like Trump? And I tell you, Don King disgraced himself by being for Trump. And any of you people here that even think of voting for Trump, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Tell him. Bob, I got a TV crew for you over here.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Bob.
How did Don King respond to that? Have you spoken to him since?
No, he walked away, and then I went over after I finished eating and apologized.
Thank you.
It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.